Hello everyone, welcome to WithShimami. Recently, I wrote an article in our blog. By the way, you should check it out with shimami.blogspot.com about finance, about savings, employment, business, and investment. What should come first? What should be the sequence, or what should you start with? And today, I'm being joined by Annie here. She's a business person, also an investor, and I want her she will be helping us to go to expound on what should come first, or her opinion on the sequence of the same, and tell us even the reasons of why she thinks that is. Welcome, Anne.
Thank you.
So what is your thought about that topic? Employment, investment, uh, and doing business. What should come first?
Well, most of the time when maybe we have been in college, in the universities, and we are through, we most probably don't have the cash and we don't have the money. So we are now looking forward to getting employment. So employment will come first. And it is only when you are employed that now you can be able to take another step. And it is not a 1 month or 2 months employment, because there are other responsibilities to make you stable in this life. So it might take you some time when you are staying under somebody. And when you are under somebody, that is when you also get the discipline. Because when you're under somebody, you are on a constant salary unless you get an appraise. So when you're in a constant salary, you are able now to manage the finances that are coming into your hands by the end of the month. And when you're able now to budget your life well, you know your bills and you don't live above your means, you are able now to budget and know this will go to my savings, this will go to my day-to-day routine, and this one will go to my bills. So now the discipline of finances starts from there.
Yeah, so your employment should come first, because
Yes.
As you've said, that is where you get the money. That is, you start getting maybe the salary, because how do you do business if you don't have the money to start business? Because when you're starting a business, you need to have capital, right? If it is investing, you also need to have the capital to start investing, right? And you can't save what you don't have.
Sure.
And also, I think to add on the employment, I think when you are employed, that is also when you learn the discipline of even how to manage a business, right? If your end game is to go into business, you get to learn, because your employment may be in a business or in a company, right? So that is where you see maybe your seniors, how they treat their customers, their strategies in sales, in marketing. And that is where it's like now you'll be in school, to be schooled on how to even invest, or even on the tools to use to save, right?
And it is also important when you are looking for employment, you look for an employment looking at your future.
Yeah.
Because you can be employed in a place where you are off guard your future plans. So when you get employed in a business, that means you are looking forward to be a business person in future. So that is the only way now.
So you should be, even our mentality when you are going to school, I want to go to school and maybe come back to employment, you should be thinking about the future. What do you want to do in the future? Do you want to be maybe in the employment for the rest of your life? So yeah, I think that is a very good point to look at, your why into going into employment.
Yes.
And in your opinion, what should come second? Is it now you've gotten your salaries, you've done the bills? What should come next? Is it now going into investment? You just start your own business?
Most probably, okay, my opinion is I would rather go first into savings.
Yeah.
Because when you already have the discipline of savings, that is when you'll be able to make your funds grow. And that is now when you can be able now to know, when I have this amount of money, I can start this kind of a business. Because now again, without a good amount of money, it's a bit complicated to start a business. And without a good business, then going to investment, it might not work very well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, in my opinion, I'd add on how much should you save. I think I'd advise someone to start with maybe 10% of what you're earning, because now you can't almost like getting your salary and saving 50% of your salary. As you pointed out earlier, you have to cater for your bills,
Sure.
and then you have maybe the bills and the day-to-day life, right? So
Yeah.
I think what percentage should someone maybe save, in your opinion, Ama, from your experience?
Well, from my experience, it will be determined by how much are you earning, and what kind of a lifestyle have you decided to live in. Because I would advise someone to start small. Then you can be able to save 10% of your.
Okay.
Yeah. And most of the time, before you start paying the bills, sit down and make calculations of the salary you have, so that you can be able to know how much you will be able to save and not go back for it. Because sometimes you can save, but at the middle of the month, you go back for the money again.
You feel like,
so you see, it's like,
let me first,
you have deposited so much, you can get a little from it. So it's the discipline that will make you save and not go back for it.
Yep.
So you live within your means.
And in terms of number, that's what I was suggesting. Maybe you can start with 10%, because I feel like 10% is quite manageable. That's my personal opinion, though. Yeah, and now after saving, now should you now like go into investment, or you maybe, if your plan is to go into business, maybe start your own business, or now between investment and doing a business, what should come first?
Well, it will depend with what kind of an investment you would want, because investment can come up handy when you know the money you are putting into that is going to bring good returns. So there is an amount of money you can invest, and at the end of the day, you give yourself a year or two. That money you invested, the interest can help you open a business when your principal is still there. So that way, it can really help someone to invest when you still know your money is still growing day by day. That one can really help someone.
Yeah, so it depends on the type of investment you are going into.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And also maybe the time period of maybe getting the return on interest.
Good.
And also the type of business that you want to start. Maybe it's a business that needs a big capital, or maybe a moderate capital. Yeah.
When we are starting a business, most probably we start small.
Yeah.
Because again, you can't save and start big. Because in business, we believe in, you invest small, the customers will tell you where to invest more.
Yeah.
Now, what to add more in the business. So when you start small, you will grow. And that's why I'm saying, if you want to invest, look at a company, or most probably there are even insurances where you invest your money and you're able to get an interest. You give yourself a long term, because you're employed and you're getting some money. You look at the future again. When you look at the future, you'll be able now to look at, how much am I getting in a year? How many years do I need to continue investing in this company for me to get the returns I want to start the business? Because when you start a business, it's very important to start a business when you have a backup system of finances.
Yeah.
Because business is tricky. Today it's good, tomorrow it's tricky, so the other day it's not good.
Right.
So it varies. So it's very important, when you're starting a business, don't leave employment to go and start a business. Organize yourself first, plan ahead, so that when now you stop employment and you want to venture into business, you have the money, the capital to start the business, and you have a backup system of finances so that you don't fall one day.
Right. So this is all personal UI.
Yes.
How or where do you want to go? So it comes down to your personal preferences, right?
Sure.
And actually, we have in our brand, we have the segment of books. Would you maybe suggest a book that has maybe helped you in opening your perspective in terms of business?
Well, The Psychology of Money is a very good book.
Right, yeah, the psychology, yeah, yes. I agree with you.
That one has helped a lot. And you also read about other people. Think Big is equally a very good book.
Yes.
It will assist you. And there is also a book of telling, there's a book, I can't remember the name, but it encourages you to start small and grow big.
Yeah, because as you've said, in business, you have to go through the process.
Yes.
Even in life generally, you have the process of being a child, now coming into teenager, being a young adult, and the process in every aspect of life. You have to be there has to be a process.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So to sum it up, if I've gotten you right, you have to start with the employment.
Sure.
And then saving. Alafu in the business or investment part, now that depends on your personal preferences, on your why. What kind of a business do you want to start, or what type of investment do you want to go into? As you mentioned, also maybe insurance. There are many types of insurance. What are you going into? Yeah. To sum it up, maybe you may add something.
Well, to sum it up, what I would advise someone who is maybe a university, someone who has just completed university, and maybe now going into employment. There's nothing that is as sweet as being a business person or an entrepreneur in future,
Right.
because it gives you a lot of freedom, and you are also able now to manage your things properly, and it gives you an upper hand in everything that you are doing. You're not so covered. You know, like there are some employments we get, and you don't even have your time.
Yeah.
You are permanently in the
job.
in the job. But now when you go into business, you will realize you're not being put in one place whereby you must do this specific type of business. You are able now to expand your mind and your thinking, and now you don't have the limit of growth.
Yeah.
You can grow and do a lot of things. So what I would advise is, don't be so much comfortable in your employment. Don't be so much comfortable when you're working under somebody. Other people can work under you.
Yes.
And get mentorship from you. So desire so much to be disciplined financially, because that is the only thing that can make you stop employment. Desire to be disciplined financially, and desire to venture into business. But don't enter into business because others are doing it. Have a passion. What do you want to do the most in your heart? What will you enjoy doing? That is the kind of business you need to do. And now when you leave employment and you're focused and you have saved enough, you have invested enough, now you will grow.
You'll grow. Yeah.
Yes.
There's no limit for growth. Even I was looking at a certain, I'd call it maybe a ranking of the limit or the amount of money you can earn in any type of, maybe it was ranking in an employment. Maybe a doctor, he has a certain limit of the money he earns, maybe a range, right? But for a business person, there is no limit.
No.
You have no limit for growth, as you said, and I completely agree with you. Right, and thank you for your shared insights. I think they are very practical, and you've articulated yourself very well. Thank you, and we'd like also to hold you to expound on the business part, like as you said, there is the ups and downs. Today is not good, tomorrow it's good. We'd like to go deeper into that, so we'll invite you next time. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Our viewers, we have a bookstore. Actually, if you should take that book, The Psychology of Money. It's a very practical book, and it might help you in building your mindset about money. Yeah, thank you.